Estonia has summoned Russia's ambassador over an airspace violation by a Russian military aircraft. Estonia's foreign ministry spokeswoman said the violation was serious, adding that the Baltic country demands an explanation as to why an Ilyushin 20 surveillance aircraft crossed into its airspace on October 21st.
There are those who see the actions of a certain dictator to be nothing more than the infantile dalliances of a bare-chested madman who would be better suited running a Facebook Farmville than a sovereign nation. Others more astute in the ways of politics and despots understand the possible ramifications of Vladimir Putin and his new Cold War strategy. Let's get to it. Welcome back to MidPoint. Former CIA intelligence specialist and one who has earned and has the ears to the ground around the world. She's earned the right to be one of those intelligence specialists. Ruth joins us. Always a pleasure. Good to see you again.
It's good to be here.
Here we go. Why did I know this was going to happen? Now we get word, and this is the first time that I've seen this come out in this whole little recent discourse, that apparently we are scrambling jets every single day because Putin is back using jets around Alaska and other places merely to test American defenses.
Yep, and not just us, the Japanese as well. You know, and it is, when you read this and you look at it, it's been going on for a while. This is not new, but it has not been in the press, interestingly. But certainly, Putin is playing this dangerous game, and it can be very tempting to look at it and go, oh, it doesn't matter, he's just testing. But he is testing. He's looking at our response time, he's looking at Japan's response time, and it's a dangerous game. I think we ignore it at our peril, frankly, by just saying, oh, he's just checking what we're doing. This is a problem.
Why is it? Okay, here's the why is it so bad? What's so bad?
What we were just saying. What he's trying to see, in my opinion, is how long it takes us to respond to an incursion, how far he can push us.
How long it takes for jets to come out of their stalls, how long it takes to basically put everybody on alert.
Exactly, the entire thing. Now, the other thing it does, it's a desensitization, in my opinion, because if he keeps doing this, the time probably is going to get a little bit longer. We're going to have it in our heads thinking, oh, he's just testing us again. What if he's not? What if one time he's doing something else?
This is the Cold War, though, all over again. This is exactly what we saw in so many of the old Pathé films, if you will, and old movies. This is a test. Is he really, though, serious about driving us back to the Cold War, or is this just another dodge by this guy?
I think it's a case of expressing his dominance, whether we want to call it the Cold War or not.
Pulling off his shirt.
But it is, and again, to us, we sit there and go, oh, please, just don't do that, whatever you do. But it's a sign, and you compare that with the world view of the United States right now, and the world view of Obama, and certainly that has gone down. And Putin, yet, even people who don't like him, the latest polls show that people do take him seriously and think he is serious, that he's dominant. You know, there is a little bit of a mental game here, but it does matter. Back to you and I have talked about leadership, international leadership, as we're trying to get support around the world. If people think Putin is the stronger person here, who do you follow? Who do you listen to?
All right, couple things here before we take a break. How laughable was it to the people in the intelligence community when Putin came out and said, it is America who is damaging the world order? That was one of the funniest things I've read in years.
Funny, and yet at the same time, I think inside the intelligence community, people went, here we go again, much like what you're saying. He's playing this game on all fronts. And we talk about ISIS with social media. Putin is playing this war. He's, you know, it's like I'm not seeing what's really happening out there.
That's a good way to put it.
But he is pushing his agenda forward. He is not backing down. He's not negotiating. And it was ridiculous, but yet, does it resonate?
Anything to this report in the New York Post and other places that he is allegedly being treated for cancer, and that's why he wants to invade Ukraine. He wants to get in there before he dies.
Is it possible? Sure, it's possible.
Sure.
And he does keep his health very, very closely held. That will be something to watch, and certainly I'm sure right now today the intelligence sources out there are trying to scramble and find out what the deal really is.
By the way, this sub that Sweden was looking for, is there any proof or anything there whatsoever that tells us it may indeed have been a Russian?
We don't have proof yet. I will tell you from my colleagues in the intelligence community, 100% believe it was. There is no proof, and when I pushed them on it a little bit and said, but could it be something else? It could be, but they see it as part of the same game. This Russia testing, prompting, probing, establishing dominance.
Was it possible, in any sense of the imagination, that Sean Connery was actually at the helm of the sub?
Yeah, you know, I think it could be the next sequel in the book. Absolutely.
Find Lisa, if you will. Bring them in, please. We find the Americans on their shores. Why not? Next up with Lisa Ruth, the reality of a possible victory over ISIS with regard to Baghdad, and the reality of a base turnover in Afghanistan. Later on this hour, the weekly Sunday spilling of the beans, politically speaking. It's where they speak and we listen. You'll catch it right here on MidPoint.